Hi everyone, welcome back to Have a Beer with Erik. This is review number 11, and so last week I wasn't able to record a video because I went to Coachella, and I had a friend fly in because she was going with me, and that started on Wednesday very early in the morning, and I had stuff to do Monday and Tuesday, so I wasn't able to record it. But Coachella was really fun. We saw a lot of really cool artists, some really cool sets, and I checked out the beer bar and the rare beer bar, and I ended up recording a small video at the beer bar or the beer barn, and um, and I'll play it at the end of this one. It's a bit less than like 2 minutes, but it's not the best video I've made, especially since I was by myself and I didn't have a table to put the phone on to record, so I was just carrying it with me as I walked around. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It's like a little sneak peek into what if you go to Coachella in the future, you can check it out. Um, I was also gonna record part of the rare beer bar, but unfortunately it was pretty packed in there, so I couldn't do it. I tried to start a video, but like people started interrupting me, so I just decided not to do it there. But at least you'll get like a little hint of the craft beer barn and the beer that I had there. And for today's review, we have Founders Brewing Backwoods Bastard. This is a bourbon barrel aged Scotch ale. It's a bourbon barrel aged version of the regular Scotch ale, which is the Dirty Bastard. And what we have here, it says expect lovely warm smells of single malt Scotch, dark oaky bourbon barrels, smoke, sweet caramel, and roasted malts, and a bit of earthy spice and a scintilla of dark fruit. It's a kickback sipper made to excite the palate. This was bottled on October 13th, 2016. It's 11.2%. I bought this bottle about a year ago. I bought a 4 pack of it, and I bought at the same time that I got a 4 pack of KBS, and I actually really like this beer. I'm not a big fan of Scotch ales, but I really enjoyed this, so I decided. I actually thought it was on par with the KBS, and the KBS is actually one of my first few barrel aged stouts, and this obviously was my first barrel aged Scotch ale, and I was very surprised at how great it tasted. So I decided to cellar one, and it's about to be a couple of days since a year exactly since I started cellaring it, and I mean it's not exactly like a year or like since it got bottled, but I just want to do it like off of how long I cellar it, and so yeah, I'm pretty excited to try this. Let's get this open. So I know that Founders isn't really a craft brewery anymore because they sold out a third of their ownership to another brewery, but I still like to drink their beers every once in a while. Like they're still like a super solid brewery. There we go. Wow, I can smell the bourbon all the way here. So the head's not that high. It's actually like very it's like half a finger, but it's already fading on this side. I can already see the top of the beer, so the carbonation wasn't too strong. I don't see any yeast sediment, so it doesn't look like or any sediment whatsoever. So looks like it's good. There's no weird flavor to it from that. So the smell, like I said, like it's a lot of bourbon, a lot of it. Also some like caramel roasty malts. I get usually Scotch ales are up there in like the heaviest in malt taste. They're probably barley wines are the strongest malt beers, and then Scotch ales And usually Scotch ales are also pretty strong in the percentage. They're usually around, I believe, like 7 or 8%. This one's barrel aged, so it's 11.2. But yeah, this was my first Scotch ale, even though it was barrel aged, and I'm happy to get back to it. So let's take a sip. Wow, yeah, it's actually a bit boozy. A bit boozier than I remember. Feels a little thin, but it's also like since the carbonation's pretty much gone, I don't really feel any. I don't feel much carbonation. It's just like maybe like towards the end of the gulp, but it's a lot of oak taste to it. A lot of caramel malts. It's a pretty sweet beer, like taste wise, and but it's still pretty good. Yes, it's definitely a lot of like oak bourbon barrel, caramel roasted malts. I don't really get earth spice, and I'm not sure if dark fruits there. Maybe like plums, but it's kind of hard to tell. I think I enjoyed this beer more when it was fresh, or at least like sort of fresh. Like maybe like I mean, because it's already been like a year and a half, so maybe like I guess I would be considering half a year like still kind of fresh, maybe for like a barrel aged beer. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one better fresh. But still, it's a very nice beer. I'm kind of sad that the carbonation's already pretty much gone. Um, I really like it when the beers can withstand time and stay carbonated. Um, I cellared this bottle just the same as pretty much every other bottle that I've opened up in my reviews that I've cellared, or any other bottle that I cellars. So it shouldn't have been any different than the rest. But oh well. But maybe I should have bought more bottles and do a vertical. But I don't know when. I don't know if they're releasing Backwoods Bastard anytime soon, because I know that this was part of their barrel aged series from last year. Um, so I don't know how often they release it, or 2 years ago, 2016. So that was their 2016 barrel aged program. I don't remember if they had a 2017 release, so I don't know if they'll have a 2018. But I did might buy more KBS this year, so I might do a review on that later on. And I'm building up to do a vertical on that. So far, I just have last year's and this year's, but hopefully, I will aim to do around a 3 or 4 year vertical. We'll see how that comes out. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I'll be sitting with this for a little while. Pretty strong beer. But yeah, I'll just play the Coachella video right after this. And I hope you guys enjoy that video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, let me know. Subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram. Have a beer with Erik. And enjoy the Coachella video. Cheers. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Have a Beer with Erik Coachella edition. So I'm just making a short video showing you the craft beer barn. This is day 3 of Coachella. I got El Segundo's Back Left Triple IPA, it's 11.5%. I got this at the regular craft beer bar. There's also a rare beer bar over there that we'll check out later. So here the craft beers are either 12 ounces or 16 ounces, and they're all $12. So I went for a strong one. And then the rare beer bar has some other stuff, and those are $13, and they come in either 7 ounces or 12 ounces. So this is the craft beer barn. as you can see, it's a pretty chill, relaxed atmosphere. It's basically in between stages, which is why it's pretty loud right now. But figured I'd do a little recap or just a little Coachella edition for my review. This triple IPA is really good. It has a good malt backbone. It's not too hop forward, so it's not too bitter. It's really pleasant. It's actually kind of deceivable to drink, so I can tell this might be a dangerous beer. And I already saw a lot of people ordering this beer because they would go mainly for the percentage, and the other high one was a stout. And obviously for a lot of people it's not a stout season, so I saw that this was a very popular beer, and that plus the alcohol percentage, I decided to get it. And I'm pretty happy with my decision, and maybe I'll get something from the Rare Beer Bar later on. But that's it for now for the Coachella edition. I'll see you guys next week.